What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I am your host, the most professional wrestler, TNA star, proud member of the system, the Scottie Pippen of wrestling, figure collecting, Brian Myers. What's that?
Is that new? Is that another one?
No, it's just your power tone.
Oh, thanks.
Look at this guy, all paranoid.
And I'm your host, the Indie God Deathmatch King, Internet Champion, always ready, the complete Matt Cardona, a.k.a. the $1,000 Broski, a.k.a. the Michael Jordan of wrestling figure collecting, a.k.a. the man who was screwed by John Bradshaw Layfield.
Welcome
live
to the club, pal.
TNA Impact.
Now you know how it feels.
He hates the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Horrible.
Well, I'm also your producer of the show, Smart Mark Sterling Esquire, the most famous professional wrestling lawyer. And this show is brought to you by our good friends, Ringside Collectibles. Use code MAJOR to save 10%. Oh, yeah.
Exciting stuff in stock at Ringside Collectibles coming up
I
later.
got a big-ass box.
I have a FedEx. Do you get FedEx texts? Like, do you ever get those?
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't get them from FedEx. I get them from UPS for some reason.
I get them from FedEx, and my latest FedEx, your package from Ringside Collectibles is out for delivery today. I'm not going to have it by the time this pod's over, so I don't know what I got.
What if you get the message while we're recording?
No, because it says 2:15 to 4:15.
Oh, okay.
So I'm waiting on that Hogan Ultimate, that WrestleMania 3 Hogan Ultimate.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, guys, make sure, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a review, not just any review, but a major review. If you read it on air, we will send you a prize. Who won this week, Mark?
The winner this week, Hurt K. Kurt Chardy 26, major review. He says, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast more fun than watching Slick teach Kamala how to bowl, as I'm doing right now.
About that. I mean, that's hard to live up to, but thank you.
By the way, we even talked about the WWE Vault. That is some great shit. That is some great shit.
Is a top YouTube channel right now for sure.
My
for
God.
a weird
almost like-
diehard wrestling fan.
Where the
top
fuck
channel.
has this been?
I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Like the amount of stuff they have.
Oh, my God.
Like that behind the scenes of the Rooftop Raw.
Right. I mean, that's probably they have stuff like that probably for days.
They
right?
probably have behind the scenes of like the Hasbro commercials.
I mean, everything.
Sure.
I always get blown away like when those documentaries have like you can hear like Vince directing something in the background.
Yeah.
So that's like so cool to me.
Very
Yeah.
fascinating stuff. Guys, the giveaway, courtesy of Ringside Collectibles. Find our pin post on X, repost to be eligible. Last week, the prize was Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Ain't that great?
The winner is...
The winner is ME Comics at ME_comics with an X. Follow the adventure of Dash and the Alpha Team. Look at that. He
You
wins.
win. Giveaway this week, Undertaker as Kane, Dead Man's Revenge, which I think doesn't get enough love as a 2-in-1 figure because really it's Undertaker as Kane, but with that Kane head, it's Kane as Kane with the two arms.
Of course.
I don't think it gets enough love as
Right.
that.
So good they had to make it twice, that figure.
2-in-1er. Guys, MajorMarks.com, Patreon.com/MajorWPod, the fan club, the community, the subscription service. Every single week, we give away a prize to a new and old subscriber. Who do we got?
You know what? I did not pull it. Keep talking and I'll pull them right now.
Guys, you get this podcast early and ad-free. Access to the Facebook group. Ultimate members get to be in the live right now. There's in the chat right now. I see so many people. Nate Meat. I see K-Rock 418. I see Mike Small, Rock with Dan. A lot of Chris Risley, a lot of people. Guys, 2 bonuses a month. We already did the bonuses. One of them, I was going to say Airheads, but it's Coneheads. Coneheads, maybe the worst, not only movie I've ever seen, but
Have you had more time to think about it? It's gotten worse.
It's so bad. It's not so bad it's good. It's so bad it's really bad.
Wow. All right.
But we reviewed it, talked about the figures. And
Great action figures.
I will say the action figures are
Action
great.
figures are pretty exceptional, especially for the time.
And the other episode we did was what? I forgot already. What did we do?
The Disney.
Of course, the Major Land is back. Brian talked about his Disney trip.
Polarizing episode. A must listen.
A must listen. So
Polarizing. That wasn't polarizing at all. Everybody
You guys
just
are
big
insane.
Brian
I saw
L.
So many positive comments in my
Big L for Brian.
You guys are nuts.
guys, you get all
Or your
other bonus
algorithm
shows.
is all messed up in the Patreon where it's not showing you this stuff.
Yeah, figure dissecting with D Freedom. Let him breathe with myself. It's weekly unboxings. I've done hundreds of unboxings. So if you subscribe today, you can listen to hundreds of unboxings. The silver linings was smart, Mark. Oh, baby, he's happy hour. Did Heath cry this month?
He did. He did a little bit. He got choked up because I was being so nice to him. I didn't expect that. We brainstormed the next step in Heath Slater's career. That's what we did on the podcast.
Fantasy booked.
What
Fantasy
an opportunity.
Have you did you listen to that yet, Brian? You got to listen to it.
I haven't, no.
We talked about your idea. You gave an idea.
I did. I actually
Thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
He liked it so much he wrote it down on a piece of paper. Heath was taking these ideas very seriously.
Yeah.
And he starts writing down literally with a pencil and
That's
paper.
how I
He
write
starts
things,
writing
yeah.
the ideas down, and then later on we find out it's on a little notebook with a dog on it. Like, wow, the future
Adorable.
of Heath's career is
Adorable.
on this notebook with a dog.
I was like, Broski's whole life is in a little Disney calendar.
I have it right here.
His whole life. He loses that. He has no idea.
Little Disney calendar.
It's insane.
Ziggler saw me using it this week at TNA.
Yeah, he just obviously he responded appropriately.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Hey, I got the winners there. First time
Okay,
in the
who
line.
won?
Albert Sotelo and the classic superstar Hunter Strickland.
Congrats.
Nice.
Guys, I will say, I think for the first time ever, I listened to the Captain's Log,
Yeah?
and Corey from Garage Beer was on it.
Yeah.
Must listen
Yes, it's
interview.
a must-listen episode.
He goes behind
Not
the
that
scenes.
Corey isn't phenomenal, which I'm sure he was. Without even listening to it, I know. But Shoes does a great
Shoes
job.
does a great job, a
Yes.
fantastic job. Corey has a great story. Really goes behind the scenes of the recent Garage Beer partnership, behind the scenes of the PBR, and also like just listening to Corey. It's like, oh man, it got me fired up. Me and Corey are so much alike, you know.
Yeah.
Except I work out and he doesn't. Other than that, we're like twins,
and the hipster clothing options.
bro. Guys,
You guys
Yeah, his
different.
style's a
If you write
little
this-
different.
If you write this Garage Beer shoot, Corey looked like the Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that was the Ruthless Aggression, like last time in the line, and they did the Mattel Best of Ruthless Aggression with the baggy camo pants. That's what he looked like.
He just dresses hip. He dresses in style for what the kids are wearing nowadays.
But great listen. Check it out. This is the last month, guys, to get the card, the 2024 card. This is the last month.
Yep.
So you will get the bonus card, and there's a chance to get an autograph card, and the checklist.
Yes.
And also next month starts the new series, the 2026 series. First card looks sick.
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 Man, I'm excited to unveil that to everybody.
And November, guys, the ultimate gift will be shipping out very, very soon. I'm not going to give it away, but it's in hand. It's in hand.
Yes,
Right.
So
Coming to me at some point.
and the quarterly gift is pretty far
That's
along as well.
literally what we're talking about.
That's what he
Oh, I
just
thought you said the next. I thought you said the next month, the card in the checklist.
I did, but then I was talking
Oh,
about
sorry. Missed
That
it.
was like a Mark thing right there.
Mark, you're with me, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Guys, aren't you just proud of me that I even know what's going on with the gifts and the cards?
Partly.
Shocked.
Well, yeah, partly.
Shocked. Anything else for MajorMarks.com?
Yeah, chugging along.
A lot of cool stuff over on MajorMarks.com.
I didn't hear you plug my selfie, by the way, but I'll work that.
Oh, by the way, you got to send me one.
Yeah.
Send me
Might have
one,
missed that. All right. If you want to advertise your product or service, hit us up, majorpodcast@gmail.com. Follow up, guys. You know, last week I said I wasn't booked, but I lied.
Bro,
I was lying to
You
you.
got my ass.
He's a buzz leech.
Because Thursday, live, TNA Impact. Who starts the show? Always ready. I was like, guys, you can't cheer me. I'm a heel. I'm a bad guy.
Yeah.
But TNA, first time, live.
I felt like
in-
you got the Cena Rumble pop. They're like, oh, it's Matt. And then they're like, oh, wait. We got to go. It's Matt Cardona.
Hey, I'll take it. But first time live in what, 8 years?
We had a good laugh about this. Moose was like, the last time we were live was literally the episode I debuted in. And I was like, oh my God, bro. You just shunned TNA into this not live era.
Oh, my
But,
God.
So it's been like 9 years.
Wow. That's
TNA was
crazy.
live. The system was there, right? Oh, look at the
Yeah,
system
it's
right
huge,
there.
brother. Dude, we were number one tread, countrywide or whatever. I mean, it was a big deal, man. It was so cool. It was a cool, just a cool moment for the whole roster and the whole company and everybody. Everyone works backstage. Everyone just works so hard to finally reach this point again.
Damn.
100%. And I wrestled Joe Hendry in the main event of the evening. Live TV, get 5 minutes added right before, baby. I'm like, all right, baby, let's go.
And
Let's
Broski
go.
thought it was an MMA match, I heard from a source.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is pulling the curtain back. Sorry. Joe was, he really bitched out on that broski boot there.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Like full,
Guy
full,
just won the title. He's over. He's got a whole career ahead of him. It's not worth getting murdered with that.
This is crazy.
But and
I almost sent you that
I've
thing.
never wanted to defend Joe Henry, but that's psychology. That's Broski's one of his 5 moves he's going
Right.
to get you with.
Right.
Oh,
You were
Brian,
trying to
though, I
protect it.
added a new move, and you saw it yourself. You even said in a group chat, I haven't seen him do that move in 21 years.
I can't even remember which one.
Oh, it's like this new move I've been doing. It's like I stole it from Hurricane, but I tweaked it a little bit. You kind of wrap the guy's hands around his neck, and you drop down like a reverse X Factor.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were just lost. I didn't know what you were doing.
No, I think Hurricane called it the crossface halo or something.
The cross-faced halo.
Yeah, I've been doing that. Added that to my
I was watching
repertoire.
with somebody, and they were like, "Why does Broski still have his shirt on?" I said, "He needs it. It's one of his moves. He's gonna
And I did it.
rip and choke the guy."
I did it. I did it. I wasn't
Just
sure
be
of the rules.
patient.
I wasn't sure of the rules with TNA, so I did it on the outside. Didn't want to get DQ'd.
Oh,
Right.
Good call.
You know.
Look, referee Daniel Spencer would have tossed her ass.
And of course, that shirt will be available tonight on Whatnot, 5:30.
Oh, thank God. That was my follow-up question. Good.
But yeah, TNA, awesome. I mean, the buzz around TNA is
How great is that building in San Antonio? How awesome is that building?
It's a great building.
It's unbelievable.
Live. The figures coming out soon. The WWE deal. The houses are up.
I think
the buzz is
over
up.
100 Joe Hendry exclusive TNA bendies sold in the past 3 live events that we've had.
Yeah. So
So-
really, really cool. Will I be sticking around for TNA? I don't know. We'll see.
You go wherever you want, pal.
I'm the
He's a buzz
agent. Remember
leech.
that?
He heard TNA was doing great. Came right by him and Ali just leeching back
Guys,
on TNA's buzz, man.
I was doing TNA when it was impacted in the pandemic.
Right.
But
I saw Ali at the hotel gym. I said, "Look who came crawling back." Huh? had a good chuckle.
all right, guys, this is
Oh, hey, real quick before you move on from the weekend. So, speaking of the shirt thing, so this weekend, Homecoming in Jacksonville had a Ring of Honor match that'll be on in the next couple of weeks, I guess. But one of the spot skis was I get hit in the face with the roll of paper from the Dark Order.
Okay.
Right? These assholes.
Whoa.
That
That's real
roll of
old
paper.
school.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville roll of paper, right? So the thing goes flying, and after the match, I see the paper everywhere, and I'm like, oh. So I start getting it together. I'm like, I'll keep this to sell or whatever. And then I'm in the back, and I realize all I'm holding is a crumpled up blank white paper.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't sell this.
you could have sold it. I would have sold it.
Authentication.
I just threw it right in the trash.
Oh man.
Right in the trash. There's no point in that. But
Is Dark Order only babyface in Jacksonville? Is that the gimmick?
they're honestly, dude, people love the Dark. Doesn't matter
Right.
what they
Well, I mean,
do,
they've
they
been,
get a
they're
huge pop.
originals. They've been in AEW the whole time.
Exactly. They're like the ECW originals or whatever. AEW originals, they get pops everywhere. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Is Cabana still in the Dark Order?
He is not, no.
He's not in the Dark Order. Okay. Sting announced that 2025 is the last year he'll be doing the full paint
Don't
at
you find
signings.
this hard to believe?
It's bro. Imagine how fucking annoying this must be. Though.
I know, but
and
then
he's
not-
almost in like gear as well. He's not like
Right.
in a dress shirt and paint. He
Yeah.
wears the all black, the gloves. He does it all.
Yeah.
I just can't picture it. Like, this guy is on the convention scene so regularly. Like, so now he's just going to be Sunglass Sting, like, when you meet him?
Steve Borden Sting, which I'm fine with.
Right.
Have you seen he's grown in a goatee? His hair is a little blonder.
Yeah, I just can't. I mean, I can't
This
see
is
him holding to this, right?
Maybe.
I think he will do it for special occasions.
Right.
But I'm with them. Like, imagine doing this there's days I don't want to do my hair for a signing. This guy's
right.
put his
He's
makeup
got,
on.
imagine he's got a flight and he's got to get that off, and
Right.
Well, I think this is good for us because, as Chris Risley says, the Stang will continue.
That's also true.
Man, if we ever do Major Fest, Stang will be there in paint.
We promise.
We have to put a post up from our socials. 2025 will be the last year of Stang doing the thing.
D Freedom, work on that graphic, please.
Unfortunately, 2025 will be the last year that
All right, guys.
doing
So,
appearances.
I'm building a new house, building a new toy room. The second floor is up. Chelsea took me to it, so I got to walk through what will be my new toy room. And if we could post a picture there. Now, see that red line? That's kind of where like the wall will be.
Right.
So I will say it's much bigger than what I have now, but it is not as big as I envisioned.
Oh my God.
So I'm a little nervous because you got to figure if I have like display cases, which are what? A foot deep?
I mean, you need to strategize so hard for this.
I got to strategize hard. But think about this though. If I have cases that are a foot deep on each side, that's taking away 2 feet from the room. So I don't think I'm going to wall display case. I'm not sure I'm going to do that on both sides. It would just be a museum. There wouldn't be anywhere to.
I think you need at least two of the walls like that
What do you mean?
have to be full display cases.
But
Two of
what
the
do you
walls.
plan on? You're going to put a TV and a couch in there or something?
I was thinking about the TV and couch thing. I decided against it.
Really?
Because I'm never.
So then it's a museum anyway, bro. So what are you saying?
No.
Yeah.
Because I want like wall space for like a movie poster, or like my terror dog head sculpture statue thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I don't want it where it's just shelf where I can't put anything on the walls. But
Well,
I
that kind of
really got to
stuff is even
strategize.
better.
Man, you have I think even with mine, I like sat with like pen and paper and like kind of drew.
That's what I'm going to have to do. And
You
the
have to
thing is-
measure and know what and
and you have to
a lot of work.
almost build for the future too. You need to leave room to grow.
that
Right,
part's
because
gonna
if
be
you
very
fill this up
difficult to
on day 2,
You're
you're
fucked.
Yeah.
screwed.
So
do. Is that
I'm trying to
the
figure out
giant
what I'm
window
gonna do.
there too?
So the giant window, I've decided that will have curtains,
It
right?
has
That you'll
to,
see
'cause
from the outside.
You
but,
can't have sun damage in your
But
shit.
listen, hear me out. It'll have curtains, so if you're looking from the outside, you'll look and see curtains. But I'm going to build some sort of podcast set in front of it, and that little nook is where the desk will be, and that will be my podcast
Oh, that's cool.
setup. So from the outside, you won't see like the back of a podcast setup. You'll see like curtains.
Right.
But from looking from here, you'll just see a podcast setup. You won't even see a window. So that's going to have to be like professionally custom built.
Right.
So this is going to be a process. Like I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously, it'd be custom cases. I don't think I'm going to do any detolfs, to be honest.
You can't. They're done.
I think it's a waste of space because you need things to be deeper than what a detolf is.
Yeah. So
You
I
need
have
custom.
I have a bunch of detolfs that I'll be selling, pal.
Yeah, so you're going to have to unload those at the Chiappettas to sell for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably just going to have to throw them out. Like, who's going to buy these things? But you never know.
People buy. What are you, nuts?
Well, maybe because I do have 4 shelves, like display shelves, like giant ones, the ones that are in my current toy room that I got to get rid of. I'm not bringing those over.
Right.
So-
You can sell all that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm very excited / nervous because this is going to be a. If you've been watching the bonus vlogs on the Patreon, I've been breaking down my collection little by little. So a lot of things are going to have to get cut here.
I'll say this, pal. Rome wasn't built in a day. And I know that's not very Matt Cardona advice, but you can't, it's going to be a work in progress. You
It's
can't.
definitely going to be a work in progress. But I just want to give you guys a little update on that. Guys, Live 21 live in Vegas. Tickets are on sale now, April 17th, 8 p.m. at the Palms. This is fucking fancy. Brought to you by Ringside Collectibles, Garage Beer, Collect Major. It's going to be incredible as part of the collective VIP. General admission. The Mania shows always sell out. Make sure you're there. Tickets available. MajorWPod.com. We're going to have some special guests. And honestly, guys, we didn't talk about this off air. We should maybe talk after. We need to book some guests here because there's a lot of stuff going down.
Just start sending some feelers is all.
Send in some feelers for sure. I'm very excited about this. The last show we had in Vegas was Live 10. It was a very fun show, but maybe our least attended show ever. Because we expect people to come.
It was just Bound for Glory, right? So there wasn't really
building
like,
around a TNA
wasn't like
show.
Mania style. Where,
Right. So this one is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
This one's going to be nuts. And, the Nerd, great place. They wanted us to come back. We were about to, but then we got offered this space at the Collective at the Palms. So we got to go to the Palms, baby. Just to say we're at the Palms.
Will the rideable penis from the Nerd be attending?
I don't think we could bring it
I'm
there.
sure Johnny could arrange that if we asked, but
Yeah. So maybe the after party will be at the Nerd. I'm not quite sure about that. But very excited. April 17th, 8 p.m. live in Vegas, our 21st live show. Get your tickets right now. Guys, collectmajor.com. Who's been getting the Brian Myers? I got mine. I got my... Well, where's Mark? Mark, do you leave us?
the show.
Mark, what happened, Mark?
I don't know what just happened.
Mark, are you upset that you don't have a big
Mark
rubber
took his
guy?
ball and went home.
You upset that Brian Myers is a big rubber guy and you don't, Mark?
Yeah, what the heck?
Is that the...
I am not upset because that looks like a great big rubber guy.
I'm upset, actually, because I'm actually jealous that his is in stock before mine.
Because yours has 7,000 deco hits, so...
Incredible figure. The TNA sticker. 2 TNA titles, which you can put on your Hardy Boys.
Hey, too soon, pal. Well, yeah, that is decent advice. So
Didn't
it's
even
fine.
think of that. That's a good point.
Get them right now. This is an excellent figure. I'm looking at it right now. I got mine this week. I'm blown away by this. I think what an improvement from the Series 1. Series 1 are great. It started this whole, this whole project, this whole train. But this is a great, great figure. The 2
It's a lot
tag
of fun.
team titles.
I'm probably not jacked enough. I think I'm a little more jacked, but
Yeah, I thought
pretty great.
I thought you had some good arms here.
it stands on its own very well, too.
Yes, it does. So you can get that right now, collectmajor.com. Also, guys, this is the last week to get. Well, before we get to the last week, can we talk about this? The coming in stock. It's in stock, but not for sale yet. Here's a little teaser. Woo! Ric Flair, the evergreen with the big gold. So that will be in stock, maybe when you're listening to this Friday.
I would assume.
that.
So
I also
this,
get very excited when we've been working on rebranding to just Major, and you can see there that's part of the new packaging.
Yeah,
I get excited when this stuff is finally turned over to that. 'Cause there's so many things in the works that they had the old packaging, but
Hey, Dwayne here has a great idea. 2 Brian big rubber guys, so 1 tag title on each.
we can do that.
also very possible.
Definitely do that. But yeah, the big gold, we got the rights to a lot of titles. So now we're implementing that. Look at that big gold. Woo! The Nature Boy.
Unbelievable.
Very
Looks
cool.
awesome. Let's
And
go.
check out this update of the Macho King Randy Savage. This is not in
People
stock
were
yet.
fired up about this one this week.
This is an exclusive figure. This is not in stock yet, but this might be the best big rubber guy we've ever done. TTD, Brian Beatty, even D Freedom with his notes absolutely nailed this one. Flawless, in my
Great.
opinion. Absolutely flawless. We'll keep you posted on that. And of course, this weekend, Indianapolis, WrestleCon, the American Dream, if you will. There's my personal one, 1 of 800. Check it out. I put it with the Hardy Boys, Harley, and Brawler, which, by the way, great, great figures. Get them right now. Dusty Rhodes, 1 of 800 at WrestleCon. So if you listen Friday, WrestleCon's today. Go to WrestleCon, and the leftovers will be, if any, on collectmajor.com. Speaking of collectmajor.com, guys, right now, Road Warriors, Matt Hardy, Ethan Page, we got some extra ones. So if you missed out on those,
in stock.
those are in stock
Shipping
right now, shipping right now.
Yeah, I would say that was
Oh,
a big
shit.
question. They said, "Oh, is this a pre-order?" I said, "No, these are in stock, ready to go."
Yeah, those are, and guys, don't get used to this. It's not like, oh, you said pre-order's the order. Something happened. We had them available. We put them up. We're not going to get that much deeper into it, but they're available right now. So if you missed out on Road Warriors, Matt Hardy, or Ethan Page, get them right now, collectmajor.com. And pre-order is the order for these. Last week, guys, that's it. The last week, get Missy Hyatt.
Man,
Look at that. Removable microphone. The removable soft goods skirt. Her first figure ever. 40 years in the business. Has never had an action figure before. Get it at collectmajor.com. Also, the stars of the most recent Saturday Night's main event.
I heard. A little cameo, huh?
Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. Are they the Four Horsemen? Are they the Brainbusters? You decide. Get them. And, of course, they have titles. Arn with the television title. There's Tully with his title, the National Heavyweight Wrestling title. Looks awesome. I cannot wait to get the Brainbusters. And last but certainly not least, the model Rick Martel with the arrogance, with the removable sweater. Damn, I said the Macho King might be my favorite, but this
I know, this is so fun, right? Yeah.
This might be my favorite. The
Very
model,
cool.
Rick Martel. So collect major, guys. It's growing thanks to you guys. Thanks to your support. So get those right now.
Clock is ticking. February's short. January's over. It's crazy. That this
Time flies,
where we're
baby.
at, right? Felt like these were just up for pre-order.
Yeah, time flies when you're scratching that figure rich. So collectmajor.com. Only available until January 31st. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Missy Hyatt, and Rick Martel.
Okay.
So that's all I have for follow-up, guys.
All right.
Well, up next is the news brought to you by Garage Beer.
Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has a new tag team partner, Garage Beer.
Scratch that figure itch and scratch that beer itch with Garage Beer.
Every tag team needs a name.
And here it is, Major Garage Beer.
Garage Beer is light, refreshing, and made with the highest quality ingredients.
You can choose between the light beer or my favorite, the lime beer.
And with only 95 calories, it's the smart beer to drink.
I'm Brian Myers, the most professional drinker.
I'm Smart Mark Sterling, and I love beer-flavored beer.
And I'm always ready, Matt Cardona. And the Major Garage is always open. Guys, Garage Beer, it's taken over the world. Use the hashtag Major Garage Beer. There's so much Garage Beer merch. There's so much fun social media posts you can do. We're working on ways to incorporate Garage Beer more so into the Major brand. And one thing we're going to do, we're going to make the announcement right now. February 17th, live on YouTube, Monday night, it's going to be the Major Garage Beer Bash live on YouTube. Essentially, it's just going to be a live podcast, but it's going to be live Monday night, Garage Beer. We're going to get some special guests. We'll keep similar format of the show, but we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be boozing with the toys on February 17th live.
I know a lot of people love how we do these live podcasts. It gets crazy. The energy is high. We're going to be streaming on YouTube. We're going to be streaming on Twitch. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Anything can happen on a live broadcast.
Yes. So I think I might drink a lot of beers and make a big boy purchase.
That would be cool.
Like anything
The
can
Garage
happen
Beers
on
were
this
flowing
podcast.
with the TNA roster this weekend in Texas.
Man,
Pretty awesome. Just rave reviews across the board, which makes me even more proud to be, hooked up with Garage Beer.
I can't wait to incorporate the Garage Beer more like into our ring gear. It's going to be flowing at Live 21. We're working on some other in-person appearances. We got a lot of cool stuff in the works with Garage Beer. But every single week, guys, use the hashtag Major Garage Beer. And guys, we need your help. So keep posting. We see them. We love them. We're reposting them.
Guys.
It helps a lot. Every week we will choose a winner and we'll talk about it on the show and they'll get a prize. But just because we didn't choose you doesn't mean you won't get sent a random prize. So don't be discouraged. People have been getting random stuff in the mail. So who won this week? Who's the official winner this week?
Matt, MV5366675. Matt, I think you need a better handle. I think maybe switch that at. He says, oh no, Knick got stuck in the freezer again trying to swipe a Garage Beer before the big game. Good thing Major Pod Boys are always ready to help. Matt Cardona.
That's a real situation that happened.
Look at that.
Love
Knick
that.
is stuck upside down in the fridge. his fridge, guys, just full of garage beer. That's it. That's all that's in it.
Wonderful.
Bro, I can picture it now. Like maybe like I have like the lime green gear. Brian can have like this like regular color gear. You might look naked actually. I think we both have to do lime green. If you wear like the tan color gear, like of the other can,
Right.
You
But I
look
can do it
naked.
like white. I can make it like
Skin color gear, never the right
Skin color
choice.
gear is some razzle dazzle shit. Nobody wants that.
I wore
Nobody got that.
I wore skin color gear once when I wore like Ghostbuster-esque gear.
That's a bad idea.
That's kind of skin color.
Yeah, a suit in this color would look great.
Ooh.
Yeah, it would. It would.
neon
Garage
green
beer
tie.
logo on the tie.
Now we're talking.
All right, guys. So,
Oh boy.
holy shit.
Never
All
good
right,
when
so-
Broski starts with that evil chuckle before he.
Latoony has showed off updated photos of their Ric Flair.
Bro, this was real? I thought this
Yeah.
was a Sin Bodhi custom someone put in the group.
No, so this is Flair.
I'm dead serious. I'm not even. That's not like throwing shade or anything. I just assumed that. I kept scrolling. And I thought that's
This
what
is
it
the
was.
real product that Mark needs to get. Apparently officially licensed. It's Flair with one shoe off, holding the shoe, holding money from that infamous WCW promo. Listen, this is not my company. I do know how much it costs to get Ric Flair. If you want to spend that much money on Ric Flair and make a figure like this, my hat's off to you.
I mean, maybe well, Mark is a diehard. So, Mark, how do you feel about this?
I'm not sure. I mean, we haven't seen a figure from him.
Right.
I'm apathetic.
I will say this. I ordered his Macho Man has been shipping. I ordered it for research purposes.
Oh,
Right.
I didn't even know it was like there's product in hand.
Oh, no, there's product in hand.
I didn't know that.
I think it looks cool. I think it's a unique portion of his career and unique moment from his career to make a figure of. So I think it's neat. In that sense, I wouldn't say anything against it.
I don't love it.
I wouldn't be upset to have it in my shelf, but I guess I'm just I don't really pre-order much, to be totally honest. So I don't know. It'd have to be if I had it in front of me, I'd probably purchase it. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, we know we're getting Mark for Christmas this year.
Right.
I refuse to get that stupid, scary Ric Flair beer holder, but Brian forced me to get it, and now it
that's
stares
a
at me every
must-have,
time I
bro.
look at
It's a
the.
must-have. You need it. You need it. All right, the Nerd Closet and the Golden Era of Wrestling with their Matt Maniacs gave us an update on their Legion of Doom. Check these out. These
I saw this
getting
clamshell down there.
packaged up. Ooh, what a rush. So these are like Hasbro size, but cartoonish. They've been making some good, kind of like concept for years. Really, really fun stuff. They look very professional. I will say that. Look great.
I mean, yeah, these pics look like they're the real deal.
And, we look at the packaging. The packaging looks nice. So these are going to be shipping soon. There's also the Steiner brothers. And to keep up with that tag team theme, they made one of the most toyetic tag teams out there.
Decorated.
The major players. That's right. It's
Handsome.
official. Coming. This is not concept art. Brian Myers, Matt Cardona, the major players coming soon. They will have the trench coats, the sleeveless trench coats. They will be there.
So cool.
But there they are. We're honored to be in this line. There's the Brian Myers. Looking good. The sunglasses will be molded on, which I kind of dig. I like the sunglasses molded
Yeah, I
on.
think you're better off. Like, right?
100%.
Who would want those falling off all the time?
Yeah, so the Brian Myers with the purple and black, the Matt Cardona with the purple and black. I dig these. I can't wait to add these to my collection. I hope you guys do too. So we will keep you posted on when these are up for pre-order. I'm digging this style of figures. I think it's a cool, unique way to stand out because, like we talked about, also we interviewed Zombie Sailor, guys. Check that out on YouTube. Separate podcast episode in the feed. 45-minute interview. We talked about all the different retro companies, but this company stands out because it's retro, but it's not retro.
Right.
It found its way
They're
to stand out.
they're almost there to check in all the boxes for me too, right? They showed off stuff, looks good. We've seen stuff at the factory, looks good. Now you just need it in hand to be good, and they need to keep going. It needs to be a collection. You can't just call it a day at LOD and the majors.
Well, having the majors and LOD, those are a couple anchors.
There you go.
That's right.
Got anchors there.
And the
now.
Steiners.
Yeah.
The
Right.
Steiners.
Is this the regular series? Or is this just top picks?
That's a good one.
Well, guys, check this out. FC Toys. Bro, I don't know if I've been boned up for a figure in a long time like this. Bone Crushing Wrestler Series 2, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy
Yes,
Boys.
rules.
A deal that I brokered. I help out. I'm not here just trying to build the collect major. I'm trying to build everybody because I buy this stuff too. So the Hardy Boys coming to Bone Crushing Wrestlers, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy.
If those figures came out in 1999, I would have
Right?
shit my pants.
Right? They look perfect.
Brian Myers.
Yes.
That's what you want.
I can't wait to get these. I've broken enough deals for Jack Slime that I think he should include Matt and Brian in the line. Jesus Christ. But the Hardys look awesome. So good. I can't wait to get those in hand. They look fantastic. Matt and Jeff. Also from Jack Slime and FC Toys, a little teaser for their Wrestling Something Wrestler Series 3, Steph DeLander, another figure that I brokered. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
The baddest bitch in the indies. That's the gear she wore when her and I went to Japan for DDT Wrestling.
Oh, I was wondering. I'm like, when did she wear that color?
And I believe that hand is interchangeable, so it's middle finger and not middle finger.
Oh,
Don't quote me on that.
more appropriate for the kiddies. All right.
Yeah. So
Is she the digital media champion now?
I believe so.
believe
Yeah,
she won it in
Also,
a divorce.
Congrats are in order for that one. Yeah,
Wow.
And she's going to be wrestling. She's clear to wrestle now?
that I did not know.
I don't think she's clear to wrestle. I just thought of this. Like, if you're Steph DeLander, do you need to get a replica digital media title?
100%. She's in the books.
Is she in the books?
Well, that's why I asked. Guess we got to find out.
Well, keep talking. I'm gonna check the TNA website. Usually, that's very updated, like with the championships.
Because, like, I call myself one half of the women's United States champion, but I'm not really, So is she calling herself
Whoa,
that? Or is she?
whoa.
Okay, the roster. Well, first off, I can't believe Broski just admitted that. Two, the digital media title is just gone from the roster page,
Huh.
which is interesting.
Well, I guess let's let the next couple weeks play out and see.
Right.
So, all right, guys. KWK, Kayfabe Heroes. We usually don't talk about this company, but I had to mention this. 2025, make retros affordable again. Stay tuned. More on March 1st. I've been asking around, doing
Is
some
this
digging.
just because he has the most expensive toys on the independent wrestling figure market?
Well, I've heard, and don't quote me, and I don't want to put out anything official, so this is just speculation, that he's going to be doing something that could possibly change the whole retro game if it works. But if it doesn't work, he's out of business, pal. I heard
What is
that
that?
he's going to be ordering figures, and we know why all these retro companies, including ourselves, why our figures are so expensive as compared to a Target or Walmart. It's because we're not ordering 20,000, 30,000.
like any product, like it goes beyond toys. Like if I'm making keychains,
Right.
and I place a 10,000 keychain order, they're going to be significantly less per
Right.
than they would if I ordered 100.
Well, I heard a rumor that he will be placing large orders like that to get the prices down drastically, which I'm a little nervous for him because I don't know how many Rene Duprees we need,
Right. Like that's just not, again,
But who,
we're speculating.
but
We
who
don't know
knows?
what
Maybe he signed a big name like the Macho Man.
Right, but even then, all of us have the big names that are available to us, so that they're not doing thousands and thousands. So
But what if he can get the price down to $15?
right,
That
even
changes
then,
the game.
I know. I mean,
Because
I
the
guess
casual-
I'm seeing the vision here, but wow,
I think this could be monumental. I think this could be huge because the casual person sees a big rubber guy, $50, no way, because they're not understanding, right? And I don't blame them.
right? No, I get you.
I don't blame them unless you're a diehard and even the diehards, a lot of the diehards aren't even educated enough. So I don't blame them for not understanding. But imagine like this guy gets like a Macho Man or a Flair, puts it out, $15, $10, then you might be selling 10,000.
Okay,
But if you're selling
if I'm going to make a
Yoshitatsu?
counter argument, I mean, isn't that what the 4-pack retros are on Mattel's shop?
Yes.
And those
How many do they sell, though?
and don't sell out immediately.
But we also don't know how many they're making.
Right.
We don't know how many they're making.
Imagine they made 30,000.
I don't, man.
So let's stay tuned with this, because while we haven't liked his business practices in the past, this one I might like. So keep that up. And there is no denying his figures are good. I went back and I bought a bunch of them. So more retro news. Title Run Toys showed off their Danny Davis, which to me, home run.
Yeah, it looks good.
This is one this is going to be a must-have for me. You could put this with your Hart Foundation, your Jimmy Hart. It's funny, I was trying to sign Danny for Big Rubber Guys. I'm still going to try to, but he told me that he wasn't able to do deals, and he did this. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe something fell through. I don't know, but this looks awesome.
Or did they sign him to an exclusive deal and he's SOL?
That could be possible too. But this looks incredible. They also showed off the Brian Clark. And this is more of a figure input because they're going to do Chronic as well with Brian Adams.
Right.
So, the drawing looks good.
Yeah,
but again,
For sure.
let's see what happens when they have
They have the essence, for sure.
100%. Again, another retro company, Jesus Christ. Mitch, Hastel Toys, Grapples and Gimmicks, showed off his model Rick Martel. Very similar to our Big Rubber Guy, but hey, that's what he looked like at that time. So
Right.
I think this looks awesome.
looks
What's
great.
the boot variant?
I think he's saying you choose your favorite color. I guess maybe one is more accurate and one's more toyetic. I'm not quite sure.
And the wrist tape stuff.
I do like that he's asking the fans' opinion.
It's cool.
I like it. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I've spoken to Mitch, through this podcast and privately. I think his product is improving so much. I think his packaging looks like bootleg and dog shit. And I just, for the sake of his company, for instance, we were talking about Zombie earlier in the bonus podcast we did with him. I could see a Zombie Sailor figure on the shelves at Target, Walmart in that adult section, no problem. I couldn't see a Mitch product hanging up on the shelves there. It doesn't look professional, You could put a Zombie Sailor, in my opinion, next to a NECA, next to, a Super 7 hanging on the shelves, whether it be a Reaction or an Ultimate. You put a Mitch figure hanging on the shelves because of the packaging. It looks like, all right, who snuck this in here?
My other critique of this would be I would have done a drastically different pose because this is so similar to the Rick Martel Hasbro with the Macho Man body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it though.
Just to me, I would have just make it different.
Yeah. I do think it looks really cool. So I can't hate on that. And he also teased his next figure, Damien Demento.
Oh, I know that was funny. Weren't we just talking about him?
Yeah.
I mentioned the first Raw, and
Right.
I got that confused.
He literally that's the only thing people can ever really say about him, right? He made him
Right.
at the first Raw ever, and he is in the Hasbro era of WWF.
Well, he also was the guy who put all of Broski's figures on eBay and stuff, when you guys were...
That's
Guys,
Danny
speaking of that,
Demonto.
Danny DeMonto. Oh.
first of all, I will say this. Mitch, we talked about last week, his forte is making characters like this.
Right, right.
And he does a great job.
Yes.
Does a great job. But last week I talked about on the podcast that I'm looking to sell a lot of my stuff, and I said, I want someone to sell it all for me. You would not believe the amount of people who have reached out.
I can only imagine.
Both professional and a guy off the street, and everything in between. So I'm having one last call today. I've been taking interviews.
Wow.
I'm not fucking around.
Is Chiappetta outside your door right now with a suit on, waiting
No,
to be seen?
Chiappetta is not qualified because I want somebody
His shoes outside your door right now with a tie over his.
No. I need someone who. I remember we were talking about last week. There are other websites that you can go and find sales from the past years.
Yeah.
Things
you
like
can.
Worth Point or something like that. So I need
Right,
someone
right.
who can do all that, knows how to sell, knows the strategies, good with descriptions, good with pictures, and I'm working on that right now.
Are you sad you got rid of your vintage collection already and could have waited for this?
Not necessarily because I'm still gonna have to give a good chunk of change.
Right.
You know, because they're not doing it for free.
Right.
It's a percentage plus the eBay percentage. You know what I'm saying?
True. Okay.
So I'm making a deal today, actually. So it's going to be sad. And I was explaining this to the guy on the phone. Like, it's not like I'm not trying to get rich quick. I don't need money for bills. It's hard for me to sell this stuff because it's like my life. I'm selling like my life's collection, you know, and I want to make sure that it's going to people who really, really want it, you know?
And what's the goal with this? This is certainly the merch stand stuff.
Space
Yes,
clearing?
it's essentially what it is. Like all the merch stand stuff, foam items, stuff that even if that toy room was 5 times the size, I would never display 50 to 100 foam figures ever.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a backdrop, and some of them I might keep like an Austin middle finger. You know, there's some
An
cool
iconic
ones,
one, not a Godwin's.
right? But even things like a LT football, as rare as it is, I'll never display that.
That's funny because that's something I would pop right on the top. Like on a football display. That's such a cool one.
It gets down to slippery slope. Like there's ones like, okay, like the hacksaw 2x4. Or well, if I display that, then I gotta display the nightstick. Well, if I display that, then I gotta display the tomahawks. Like, let's just
All
get
of
rid
those in my mind, see ya. But that football.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost market football, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, guys, Jazzwares AEW showed off a bunch of new things this week. The Unmatched Collection Series 11. So I need D to pop in here if you don't mind, D, because I have some questions about this stinger.
It's time to play
Here
the
we
game. Time to play the game.
Hi, D.
Hey guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, hey, let's not break the fourth wall here. It's whatever time zone it is, wherever you guys are listening to on this Friday,
Evergreen
Saturday,
show, you can
I'm
Sunday.
drinking my
Whenever you
coffee.
want, sure.
All right, D.
Yeah, what's up?
I need you because we're going to talk about this stinger, this Luminary Sting.
Yeah.
It has alternate heads, alternate face paint. What are we looking at here? What era of Sting is this? Oh, wait, these are in stock?
Yeah. Well, at least for Brian, he's got the sample case out. Well, you know what? These actually are shipping out too.
They are shipping because Mark
Yeah.
got a shipment of them already. So,
Yeah, I got mine.
by the way, new packaging is,
There.
or it's not really new, but like they updated it. Pretty sleek.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
first time it's been updated without the
And I
border
guess
across
they
the
tapped
AEW
on
logo.
they tapped on like dating when the figure is depicting.
Yeah. Well, especially
don't
with
mind,
this,
'cause
they
it-
can't really mention the date for these particular stings because.
Well, no. Even I have Osprey right here. He doesn't have it either.
Well, yeah, but
They've tapped.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this stinger here. So, are these NWA, WCW?
It's NWA, WCW. It's late 80s. This is like when he was feuding with like Muta and such. Like this is Wrestle War 89, and I think what was the other one? I think it was a Starcade possibly. I typed it up somewhere.
Yeah, like to me, the one he's wearing on the actual figure is like the more
Iconic.
iconic Sting. The one that's depicted on like the drawing and the alternate head.
It's almost like Ultimate Warrior paint.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be displaying that or needing that. Yeah,
Okay, so I definitely need this stinger for my miscellaneous shelf.
but you definitely need the chase one as well too, because that's Blade Runner. That's completely different.
Well, I don't need it, but I would like it for my miscellaneous. I don't collect AEW.
But this is Luminaries. This is different.
I don't collect luminaries. I tapped.
There's like 3 figures like in your realm of
Want to know what made me tap?
what?
The Sting, the original Sting, like the Chase.
Okay, but that's not a Luminary. That's modern day Sting.
But it's in a luminaries box.
But it's depicting. It even says in the back of the box, this is depicting Sting from his debut on Dynamite or whatever the hell.
Yeah, so just don't get that one.
I'm looking at I can see mine from here. Like there's Owen. Wait, so you don't have any Owen Hearts?
No, I do.
Oh, so you.
Oh, actually,
Owen Hart?
I actually do. I have the Owen, the Jericho. I might have them all.
That's it. And then really, if you want to be weird, I think you need the Jerry Lynn because it is an ECW Jerry Lynn.
No, but it's in Ring of Honor. I can't do it.
It's literally the same exact. He's literally wearing the same tights from his mouth. He's told us that.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
Okay. So you're like, I'm tapped on 3 figures.
No. I listen. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. If I can get this thing, I'll probably end up getting it. But I think this looks awesome. Looks great. Super toyetic. The Darby Allin here. in very toy soft goods, like an orange.
Yeah, one of the most toyetic coats he's had. So pretty cool.
I looks great to me. This is a great set.
I have all of these for today.
So this is Switchblade Jay White. Well, let's not double duty it. You know, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it.
If you have the whole set, we can just
Yeah,
Right.
let's talk. We're not going to talk about it twice.
Yeah.
So the Jay White, is this Jay's first mass retail release?
Yes, because he's had the ringside exclusive, and then now this is basically a redeco of that.
Okay. Looks awesome. Mark, do you have any notes based on the ones that you have?
So I'm all I was gonna say is I'm only keeping one of each character. So I kept the Jay White from the exclusive, and that's fine with me. So I won't be keeping this. I'm gonna keep the Sting for sure. Osprey, you need.
Yeah.
You know, he's a top guy, the hero of AEW right now. You know, the number
Now they
one.
got that out relatively quickly.
So I was going to say,
Yes.
that's the most impressive thing. This is, a year, right? So Jazzwares
thing
can
that-
do it when they want to. I
one
will
thing
say
that
this,
bums-
though. This is Osprey, and it's sweet. They got it out in a year. Kudos. That's great. But you got to assume there's crazier and much more toyetic ones on the way,
Well,
right?
he's already been announced as the next, after the John Moxley, the next Unrivaled Supreme Collection figure.
Okay, they did
Exclusive
say that.
to
Okay,
Walmart.
they need his jacket.
Yeah, it will come with the soft goods.
Wears giant
jacket.
robes. He has much more toyetic gear choices than this.
I believe it was Dynasty 2024 when he fought Brian.
So that
This isn't
UK
even, like,
one is not
contract
out
to
yet.
Talent, Will Ospreay?
No, that UK one's not out yet. It should be out probably within this quarter, so before the end of March, probably.
And
Yeah, this is the definite keeper of the set. I mean, you know, I'll probably replace this with the Supreme or a more exclusive one or whatever.
looks great.
But the
like
likeness
it.
is spot on. The hair is.
Does he have the all-in tattoo?
Oh.
He didn't have it at
He
this
wouldn't
point.
have it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's
Okay.
saying what it is. So this is really depicting him before he even worked in the company, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he was signed yet full time.
That's very interesting.
But he did the Forbidden Door shows and stuff.
That's what D's saying this is.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he didn't have any tats then?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think he's gotten them after All In was I think when he was getting at least his first visible tattoos.
You can see the gear's got a lot more deco hits than you could see in the packaging.
Now, guys, this isn't his first figure because don't forget he has that Super 7.
Super 7, which goes for a lot of money in the secondary market. So
Yeah.
be a grown up and order this figure from Ringside. Use discount code MAJOR. Save 10% when you do.
I'm sure this is going to be in the top 10 if I had to guess. If
I would
not this
assume
week, definitely
almost
next.
immediately because, like Mark said, he's the guy at AEW right now, and I think kids love him. It's going to be a win-win.
Now, what about the next one, Brian Danielson?
This was I mentioned this to Brian. I thought it was funny because you get this timely. You needed Osprey, but then this Daniel Bryan eye patch situation was something from 3 years ago, right? Was this pre?
I thought this was in the lead up to the Owen Hart thing or something to where he got his eye injury or something when he was making it to the finals or so.
It's still a while ago.
What was it? About a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So I think it's still somewhat timely. I mean, similar time frame to what Mattel's is, but obviously but
Well, I feel like we've gotten some great Brian Danielson, so I'm not sure I'm going to keep that one.
I think this is the first one with the updated torso. This is using the MGF upper body now, as opposed to the specific specialized body that they made for Brian. At least, I mean, it was a bit too jacked, and then to listen to feedback, and so it's nice that it has been upgraded.
You think there's anyone out there who has an AEW Jazzwares wrestlers who wears patches collection?
There's quite a lot.
Right? Isn't there?
Yeah.
Think about it. Isn't there Santana or Ortiz, one of them? Right?
Yeah, and there's been Moxley, so I think
Moxley.
there's at least 3 or 4 at this point now.
Danielson,
And
Pac.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And there's
None of the
was
girls
there a
have
Rey
one.
Mysterio from when Seth took his eye out.
All right, let's check out the next one in the set. Is the Sky Blue? Is this
I
her
only grabbed
debut
Sting
figure?
and Ospreay, so I don't have.
This is her debut figure, and this freaking this dress thing is pretty. It's a firm plastic or whatever.
Very toyetic.
It's huge. It feels like It's like the majority of the figure.
I bet it helps her stand easy too.
But yeah, she looks great. This is her debut figure, so I think this will be very popular.
No, but she doesn't do that with the face paint anymore, does she?
Well, I don't know what she's going to do when she comes back, but this was her
she's
dark
out.
phase. Yeah. Which is interesting because I guess the majority of the time she was in AEW, it was like more of that like babyface sky blue.
Right.
But I guess this depicts like when she was like having title matches and pay-per-view matches and stuff, so it's a good
Super
debut
toyetic.
figure. Super toyetic.
I gotta say, the little updates to the packaging really make a big difference. By the way,
I'll tell you this: I pulled all these out of the box upstairs, with my daughter, and she doesn't care about wrestling or figures, but she popped at this because she just thought it was a really cool looking.
I mean, it looks toyetic. It's great.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like your girls would just be excited about this. It looks so
Now,
interesting.
there's also the variances. The Jay White 1 of 5,000 chase. So I like this. He's got the T-shirt.
Comes with the standee.
stickers back.
Standee's
Oh, with
cool.
the cardboard stand. Wow,
That's really cool.
That's a big
Okay,
difference. Yeah,
some added value that's actually worth it.
Yeah, I love that.
That's cool. And then the 1 of 3,000 rare edition of Sting. This is cool. Blade Runner Sting.
that's full blown Blade Runner's like significantly different.
I need this, and it's crazy. I'm probably gonna have to. See, I don't know if I would open this or would I keep them in on card.
You gotta open that because the chases aren't like what they used to be. It's like fairly common.
Which face paint would you go with, D?
Look at this. Is kind of sweet, man.
Is the face paint any different? I think it might just be the expressions that are different.
Okay. Oh man, go to Brian, Mark. That Sting is awesome. Yeah.
Look at the rat tail too. By the way, that's
Man.
real.
Oh, John, I need this, baby.
That's the real keeper right there.
Man, that's a
Here's a
Sting.
Scorpion, cool little, the legit Stinger boots.
Damn.
Old in the business.
Well, that's a great figure, man.
Man called Sting.
He's a man called Sting. Wow. Great set from Jazzwares.
It's great. I feel like we haven't had some new stuff to be excited about. So this is
I know.
cool.
I
And
was legit excited when I opened the box.
I'm pleasantly surprised by the new packaging too.
Should be
Like,
picking up because the next wave, I think that's Unrivaled 17 or so. That's got the Willow Nightingale debut figure, Adam Copeland with like his promo gear, and Christian Cage with the patriarchy gear,
Oh,
the turtleneck.
It's cool.
Damn. Well, it's been a while since we've seen a Luminary, so I'm glad.
Right. It was almost
You
to the
got
point where you're like, are Luminaries done?
Like, it blows my mind how Jazzwares did not get out an Arn or Tully Luminary. Jake the Snake,
Right.
Maybe they can't do Jake, I'm not quite sure, but
Maybe,
Arn and
yeah.
Tully they certainly could have done.
Sure.
Or they totally missed the boat on a modern Arn. He was
I mean, to be fair, he was in like 10 lineups and never.
well, that's not to be fair. Like it's like
Well, I mean, like, if you're, I don't know, you're going to put this old guy who's a manager in before you're going to put, a hot wrestlers on the
guess.
show having
Hey,
matches.
whoa,
It's
what
tough.
do you got against old guys that are a manager? Sheesh. Sheesh.
all right, let's go to Foco. Showed up this lowrider Eddie Guerrero, 1 of 225. Looks cool.
Whoa, that's pretty sweet.
Foco puts out some great stuff. I want them to
Pretty
make a Chelsea green if they're making all this low stuff.
Might as well make a USA Chelsea or something.
Yeah,
That's
let's go. What are we waiting for?
Their
Mattel-
quantities always pop me. Like who was? Did they think about that? Like
I know, right? It's
225.
always the most low, random.
It's just random.
A lot of Mattel stuff. Let's rapid fire through it because some of it is more important than others. But people have been finding Superstars 13 and the Monday Night Wars, the latest set. So Superstars 13 is Eddie Guerrero, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jake the Snake Roberts, and the new Monday Night Wars is Kane, British Bulldog, Booker T with the Chase, Hack with the Build-A-Golga, and the Ultimate Luger. I need all of those.
All that, yeah. And I'd say the only one that's probably getting cut is maybe that Kane. If I can't figure out why I would need that or justify that,
Yeah,
I
don't think they need
can't.
to keep-
Or switch out somebody.
I think it's a great Kane. I just have too many other Canes.
two so similar, right? Yeah.
And the Bulldog, I'm not quite sure if I'm keeping.
Yeah, I
The
don't-
Such a
I don't think I
different
need the
era
Bulldog.
though, like that. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
Booker
right.
T's
It
a
is right. It's
fronter
like
for
it's a
me, though.
weird,
Yeah,
like it's like a
Camp
new
Cornette.
gen,
Yeah,
right?
it's Camp Cornette.
Yeah, you're right. You sold me on that. The
Yeah.
Kane, not gonna keep. Booker, I want the white pants, reminiscent of the Toy Biz.
Right, he's the Chase. Yeah, I need to do that too.
Yeah.
I want the white pants TV champion. Booker.
Yeah.
I might actually keep them both. I love Booker T was my favorite wrestler when he was the TV
He was
champion.
awesome.
Yeah.
The Jake the Snake also for Superstar Series 13 is the Chase variant as well.
Damn it, I need that.
White tights.
Right.
I need that. So we saw Survivor Series War Games playset. This is sick with Orton. The
wow.
War Games thing is, like, I think, one of the coolest playsets ever made, not just by Mattel, but any company.
It makes me wish I was a little kid and I could just have that and play with
Imagine.
Bro, I was using the War Game set for FWF, and I was having the time of my life.
it. Right.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
So fun. 2 rings, double cage. Oh, man, so
It's
much
almost like
fun.
unbelievable that like it even exists to me.
Yeah.
You know?
So get that. It has, a table. It has a ladder, chair, trash can. Like I said, 2 rigs. War Games. Get that with Randy
Why
Orton.
do they not go back to that last slide? What's up with the sticker shortage?
What do you
Basic Mattel rings like that only come with 2 apron stickers. So
mean? Yeah,
there's
that
2
I
and
don't
2.
like. That I don't
So
like.
weird.
Well, 2 sides of, one of each side, so 2 won't be visible because of the,
Okay,
you
but
build the
you're
War
still
Games.
2 stickers short then.
right. I agree.
And that's not an excuse to do that.
No, I agree with you. I agree
Yeah.
with you. We also saw the main event 3-pack, Series 3. Jimmy Uso, The Rock, Roman Reigns. That's going to be a nice royalty check for Jimmy Uso.
Yeah, geez, wow. What's
Great.
left of it?
Great 3-pack right there.
Where's that going to be? Costco?
Currently, it's available online through Smith Toys, but maybe a U.S. retailer will be carrying it. That hasn't been announced.
Gotcha.
Usos have so much stuff. Speaking of Usos, Champions Wave 5.
This is
I'm
what I
sorry.
saw where I saw the sticker.
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't add that in late. Here it is.
Yeah.
So Seth Rollins, The Rock, Jey Uso. This is Champions Wave 5. All main event / basic.
But they come with a belt. We've seen these before.
Come with a belt.
Or like this style series.
Yes. And then what we just-
Technically, the Rollins should have the Universal Championship, but that's not active anymore. So, like the red strap, so it's makes sense to have more accurate, up to date championship.
Right. Cool.
well, the Rock's belt is not accurate or not up to date either.
But it's still an active championship. It's the WWE Championship. It's a different design, but the Universal Championship is no longer really active necessarily. It's
so
undisputed.
it's so
That belt
confusing.
The Rock has on.
Yeah.
So confusing. Let's talk about this. This is cool. WrestleMania Bloodline Rules ring playset. That's sick.
If you
Yeah.
went to this show, how do you not collect like everybody in their gear from the show and this ring? Like,
Right.
this would be a great display piece.
Even though this is for kids, but yeah, right? Why wouldn't you?
It would just sells us up. But there you go. 2
Canvas
apron
this time
stickers.
around, I don't even know if that's been done before, to where it's actually the aprons are all molded in the base platform's molded in green.
It makes it such a different. It pops
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. So even
Yeah.
if you don't even apply the stickers, you can customize it to do whatever you would like with a green ring. So St.
Right.
Patty's Day.
And honestly, that kind of because it's not black, it with only getting 2 stickers, it kind of makes it a little better, but still,
Yeah, no, I agree.
but it's still weird. And then they're kind of falsely advertising that. See, there's 2 right there, but then then the backside isn't. It's just such a weird thing to me.
Or maybe maybe that's where you put them. You just put that's where they want it. You put them.
They want you to just do 2 sides and then the backside.
That's cheap. Come on.
But
Come
no,
on, guys.
that's a weird thing to cost cut to me. I don't know.
Cool box art.
Yeah, right. Old
Really
school.
cool box art. I dig that.
Yeah, this is the kind of box art that they've been using across. This is like the same illustrations that is featured on the Raw Brawl.
A video game.
If we ever do a ring, I want box art like that. I don't want product. I want like
Yeah,
this.
Gotta.
This is the way to do it. It's just so much because it's like an art piece.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
know?
similar to the Hasbro WF ring.
Yeah,
Right, it's old
100%.
school.
I like that a lot. What about the Knuckle Crunchers WrestleMania 3-pack? Cena, Rock, Cody Rhodes.
That's cool.
All based off of WrestleMania 40.
I saw some new Knuckle Grind. It was in Walmart the other day, and I saw like Finn and all those ones.
Oh, that's,
Final,
yeah, that's
another
the latest
Final
wave.
Boss Rock, right?
That's Hollywood Rock. That's technically
Hollywood
03.
Rock, okay.
Yeah, this one has the new tattoo and such. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, and the new edition of Mattel Creations revealed coming Thursday, March 6th. That's
Ooh.
big.
A new.
Are we
what?
thinking figure? Are we thinking playset?
Wait, what was the sentence?
This is like their live broadcast, similar to what Hasbro does. So this is like a live broadcast that they show off reveals. Previously, that was revealed that this was like the Legends of the Territory era 4-pack, and then as well as the retros. So
you thought Broski?
I thought they were showing a new project off.
I see.
Oh well.
They might.
Also,
No, they'll probably wait for Comic-Con for that. Or maybe not.
No, but Mania they show stuff, and that's a month later, so it's like not even. Well, yeah, no, yeah, a month and a half. Yeah, I guess there's still time.
I guess we'll see. Hey, listen, reveals are reveals. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I just hope Bill got some updated Wi-Fi.
That's going to be the big reveal. Did Bill
That's going to be the big reveal.
get some good Wi-Fi and a nice webcam?
Damn. Any other news, guys? You got anything? All right, well, we got some Ringside news. Check out Ringside Collectibles Royal Rumble sale for over-the-top deals. New in stock, Unmatched 11 with Will Ospreay, Sky Blue, Jay White, Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, and Sting. Ooh, the Red Mask El Desperado. New Japan Pro Wrestling Storm Collectibles. We didn't mention that.
I didn't even know that was in.
The Red Mask, I didn't know that was in either. So the Red Mask El Desperado, get that. Survivor Series War Games with Pete Dunne in stock at Ringside.
Right.
And pre-order shipping now for the new Raw Scale Ring with Real Scale Ring with or Raw Scale Ring. What are they calling it? With Rhea Ripley Ultimate Edition. So get that. And up next is the Ringside Top 10.
Top 10.
This episode of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has been brought to you by Ringside Collectibles, the #1 online retailer of WWE action figures.
Go to WrestlingFigures.com and make a purchase, and when you do, use discount code MAJOR at checkout to save 10%.
Ringside Top 10. Brand new figures, how much did you spend? Ringside Top 10. 40 figures, exhausting mailmen. Ringside Top 10. Another sale, and Sami Zayn's #1 again. Ringside Top 10. Use code MAJOR for discount at the end.
All right, number 10, CM Punk Money in the Bank. Ultimate Edition Ringside exclusive. Number 9, Hulk Hogan WrestleMania 3 Best of Ultimate Edition 5. Number 8, Heaven and Hell Shawn Michaels WWE from the Vault Ringside exclusive Series 3. Number 7, Jey Uso Blue Chase 114 Elite. Number 6, Sky Blue AEW Unmatched 11. Number 5, Will Ospreay AEW
only
Unmatched
5.
11.
I'm shocked.
Wow. I'm shocked too. Number 4, Jimmy Uso Black Gear Elite 114. Number 3, Surfer Sting AEW Unmatched 11. Number 2, CM Punk Elite 115. Guys, wow. Number 1, Jey Uso Elite 114 Elite.
That's crazy. Wow.
Good for the Usos.
That shows you the lengths of his popularity at the moment.
100%.
I actually have a great question for Q&A about the Usos. For you guys.
Sick.
Wow,
So.
okay.
All right, guys. And up next is Weekly Purchases brought to you by Collect Major.
Big match in my house? I'll bring my guys. You have yours. I've got Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Ric Flair. Woo! Here's Andre the Giant. And here's Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Brian Myers. And Matt Cardona.
They're so real. Can you tell the difference?
Roster Cup. Video silence.
Big rubber guys. They're for real. Each sold separately on MajorBendies.com.
Big rubber guys. Collect them all.
Guys, Collect Major, collectmajor.com. Like I said, get the Brian Myers right now. There's other big rubber guys in stock. Macho Man, the Ric Flair is coming soon. This week, the last week to pre-order. Missy Hyatt, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Rick
Man,
Martel.
that went fast.
And we will be coming up New York Toy Fair. We're going to be showing off some new product. We're very excited. February, I don't know if we have anything for pre-order in February. we'll keep you posted. But we're a lot of stuff. You know, the major team. It's just a great team, dream team. It's myself, Brian, D Freedom, TTD, Brian Beatty,
And
Connect.
obviously, like Chinese New Year is upon us here, and
Right.
the factory shut down. But we got a lot of stuff on the water, so you never know.
You never know, guys. All right. So every single week, use the hashtag #CollectMajor. If we choose your picture or video, you will win a prize. Who won this week?
80s wrestling fan. Perfect for you, pal, at 80_wrestling. I don't have a great display for my BRGs, but I got a nice pick of Harley with the belt over his shoulder yesterday. Great figure. Nice.
Beautiful.
Man, I was really analyzing this whole set this week. I love the Harley. I love the title. Man, what a great set.
It's so fun.
Great job.
All right. Not that much weekly purchases for me, guys. The first thing I got from Epic Toys, I got the Killer Bees.
Oh, there you go.
Wow, you gonna let them breathe?
I'm going to let it breathe right now. I will say this. We talked to Zombie earlier today, and go listen to that interview. I think Epic / FC Toys, because they're very, very similar, in my opinion, is the closest to a Hasbro. You know, I think the Zombies are like a more advanced, more detailed Hasbro. I think the Mitches are a little dumbed down. I think the Epic / FC Toys are the closest thing to a Hasbro. Here are the Killer Bees. Nice packaging, resealable packaging. Showing off the back. Nice professional looking packaging, unlike Hassel Toy.
Jeez.
But Killer Bees,
I'm telling
not
you,
someone...
it's the G. I got a lot of heat for G hating last
The G
week.
is bizarre. Yeah.
Here are the Killer Bees. They look good. We got B. Brian Blair, Jumpin' Jim Bronzell. Man, I dig them. I
Those
really do.
masks look good at all on them, though?
The masks are probably not going to look good on them, I'll be honest. But
Yeah.
these are really, really cool. Like,
Some added value. No, I don't think anyone's really, like, displaying them with those
Yeah,
masks. right?
I'll
Well, put
put
that
on a
mask on.
mask.
Let's see.
I'm going to put a mask on right now. Hey, listen,
Brian-
I like... that the
Brian Blair
mask
has
is
that,
here.
like, mullet. I can see it. It's not going to fit good with that.
Nice little mullet there.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, that's not
Nice
gonna
little
fit
mullet
great.
there on the Brian Blair. But if you're a huge Killer Bee fan, you might want to display him with the mask.
How's it
On
working
the,
there? Is it difficult?
No, it's you know what?
How hard are your fingers working here?
So I have it right now on the Jim Bronzell, and it kind of fits good, to be honest.
pretty cool.
Honestly, that's way better than I was expecting.
It kind of
it's
fits
not
good.
bad. Not
But you
bad
see,
at
because like the hairline, it's all puffy, and like that's to be expected. You know, in a real life situation, the mask would
flatten the
like
hair.
flatten your hair. Let's see how it looks on this B. Brian Blair. I'm not
pretty
going to
cool.
display it with the mask. And I kind of question why they didn't do alternate heads with molded masks like they did with the Demolition.
Well, I saw someone post that in our group, and someone went, obviously, the cost, right?
Okay.
That'd be one.
I mean, guys, this looks like it looks horrible. Look at that. Come on, guys. What are we
Okay.
doing here?
One for
mean-
two. One for two.
I will say, if I have to say anything good about the masks, I will say they're nice and tight. You know?
Yeah, no one's displaying it like that. You'd be a psychopath.
But the figures look great. Hasbro looking, Hasbro action like. I dig them. Totally dig them. I mean, will they be fronters in my collection? No, because I'm not Killer Bee fan. You know, I'm not a Killer Bee fan.
Yeah, I mean,
But don't hate them.
right.
got
But there's
'em.
definitely people who grew up like where they were running hot, and they may be your favorite.
I mean, I did. You know, I had the LJNs. I think they're great figures.
But I don't think you like have active memories of them on television.
Not really.
Yeah.
No. But I do like that they're different poses, not the same pose, because they're not the most toyetic figure. They're just striped trunks.
Right.
But great job from Epic on this 2-pack.
Is that it?
Well,
Yeah,
so
one
we
more
got
thing.
we got the AEW figures that we already opened and talked about.
I literally had nothing until a last second text to Trevor at Ringside when I was dropping my kids off. I was like, "Are you guys open and do you have anything?" Which I got these new AEWs, but what I'm a little bit more excited about and I can't mess with it now because somebody's at school, but this will be waiting for them.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Back. The Ultimate Raw ring with the first ever Ultimate Rhea Ripley. This thing is massive, like crazy heavy. I'm super excited. I'm hoping she gets a little camera shy sometimes, but I'm hoping Mackenzie wants to do a little unboxing with me.
Oh yeah.
Be a lot of fun. Very excited to bust this open though. And you won't believe it, but there's look at that. 4 sides of ring apron. So
That's awesome.
That's what you got to do to get the real deal. And I mean, I'm assuming this seems to be the best Rhea Ripley figure of all time, so it's cool. Alternate heads, hands, the belt. Pretty sweet. I can't believe how heavy this is, actually, guys. I'm actually
That's
kind
sick.
of shocked. So
Very cool.
stay tuned for that.
So this is not that crazy, but I wanted to show it to Brian. You know, we talked about the little the dusters that we have. These
Right, I have one on standby at all times for my collection.
These guys.
Yeah.
I needed
You ever do it
one
upside down and burn somebody in college? We used to do it all the time to each other.
No, I needed one very
Kids, don't try
badly.
that at home. I'm just kidding.
My computer key, like the E, stopped working the other day,
Yeah.
and I needed my keyboard, right? So I freaked out, and I was looking on Amazon. Did you know that you can buy an electric one that you don't have to you just charge
What?
it? Yeah, you don't
My
have to-
barber uses something like that.
Oh, to
Yeah.
get hairs off of you?
Yeah.
It's
That's
pretty
smart.
unbelievable.
This is today's years old. That's a thing that exists.
Cheap as hell too.
Oh my
25
God.
bucks.
Huh.
Wow.
Very cool.
I got to say, in
it
this modern era, though,
Yeah.
I have too many things that need charging in my life. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah.
Got the pro wrestling crate. Let's go through it real quick, okay? We got a
Is that a skin colored T-shirt?
hot rod.
Is it skin color?
You tell me, pal. I'm
It looks
Yeah,
tan
kind
to
of.
me.
Yeah. It's a flesh color shirt.
okay. We got a hot rod. We have a Orange Cassidy sticker.
It's cute.
We have a timely sort of
Oh, that was good timing for
pixelated
sure.
Kenny Omega. Nice shirt.
Pretty evergreen Kenny Omega logo, right?
This one's how about this brawler?
Oh, I saw this in
Wow.
the group, actually. Someone had
The
this.
Godfather brawler.
There's a Chase boy of that, obviously, right?
Repo Man.
Didn't you already have one? Is that a new Repo Man?
Guess so. I don't know. I'm not up on my brawlers. We got a Ricochet pin.
That's cool.
We have a Pro Wrestling Tees bracelet.
Friendship bracelet?
That's cool.
guess.
Wow. You should give that to, what's his name? Why is his name
We
escaping
have
me?
a
Your buddy from growing up.
Outrunners.
Oh, bandana?
That's the real item.
Outrunners.
That's a bandana, Mark.
Bandana, Mark. Come on.
I'm making sure.
Handkerchief.
It for sure is. You're right. It is a bandana. That is cool.
That's
Outrunners bandana.
I might
the real
need that.
Undertaker so far.
And I just saw what this is. It's an interesting 8x10.
Oh boy.
Your pal, a Gene Snitsky.
Whoa.
Wow.
And then it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't
Inscription
my
on there.
fault. Snitsky
Damn.
written on there.
Wow.
All right, couple of great brawlers this month. You got the
That's
Outrunners
pretty sick.
thing.
Do they still do the all elite crate, or is that not a
They
thing?
do, yeah, but it's like quarterly or whatever the heck.
Right.
I think we need another major crate, boys.
Not against it.
Not against it.
Let's get talking about that.
Definitely tap for ideas, though. We need to have a real.
No, I
brainstorming
always
session.
have ideas.
I know.
I always have
Always
ideas.
ready with the ideas.
Guys, I got this in the mail. Mark, I'm surprised you didn't get it. Maybe it's coming soon. The Shredder Throne.
Aha!
That's
the NECA
cool.
Shredder Throne for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze Shredder.
I missed that.
I got this. This is going to sound weird because I'm not going to have Shredder sitting down in it.
No,
That's maybe I will actually.
because you have multiple shredders. You have the Secret of the Ooze Shredder. You could put him in.
You know
throne.
what? You're right. You're right. So maybe I'll have the Secret of the Ooze Shredder sitting down
Yep.
and the Super Shredder like standing next to it or separately.
Yep, and then the
The
original
series
Shredder
one. Yeah, the
standing.
movie. Okay, you changed my mind. I'm glad we had this chat.
I have the movie 1 in one detail shelf, and
Yep.
movie 2 in the other, so it's separate.
And you have Super Shredder.
Super Shredder, I actually have it on its own display because I have it. I have the Super Shredder signed by Nash in the package. I have one of the other variants of the Super Shredder out of the package, and then I have a Kevin Nash, and I have the Pro Wrestling Tees Nash Shredder head.
Whoa. 1 second here. A deleted scene? Wait a minute. This is not even in the movie?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
First of all, I missed that completely. Didn't even know it came out. Second of all, I don't even know what they're talking about with the throne.
It's not in the movie?
In my simple turtle brain, I don't remember no fucking throne.
Oh, no.
That's a deep.
Well, it's very
cut.
cool. It's very
Deep
toyetic.
cut.
It's on a card, K-Ralk says.
Huh. Well, I'm not sure now. I know we're going to keep it now.
I kind of tapped on the movie. I don't want to be a completist on the movie stuff because now, look, they come out with the Turtles. Great. Shredder, awesome. Splinter, great. So I have everybody that I would want in the movies. There's not a single thing I
you have
want
to
to
be a
add.
real
Well, okay,
sicko,
but-
diehard to,
Right.
Like, they could make April from Turtles 2.
That's it.
There might
Then
be
I'm done.
There might be some other ones. I'd have to see them, though. Like, I don't know, and I bought it, but like, I don't know if I needed Casey Jones, like, on the farm.
Did not get that one.
Yeah.
Did not get the farm one. I already
Casey
have a
Jones
Casey
on
Jones.
the farm.
Yeah, but the reason why I got it is because you got him without the mask, so it's important.
Yeah. I believe me, I thought long and hard about that decision.
All right. Well, guys, that's all I got.
That's it for
Same.
me.
Wow. Well, up next, Major Mark purchases of the week.
All right, Major Mark purchases of the week. Let's go right here. Boom shakalaka.
Wow.
Mark Cochran says, last Sunday I was able to meet Kurt Angle and get him to sign a custom figure as well as an Ultimate Series. So he's got a
great.
nice little sig there.
Honestly, like when you meet people, like I think you should take advantage and get inscriptions like that. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's damn true.
You're paying your hard-earned money.
I almost think it's like too much where it's like you're covering the figure.
I don't know.
I see both sides for sure, but I mean, if you want something, I just feel like we should tell people don't hesitate to ask, especially
just
if you're paying
popped
top
for me.
dollar to meet, Kurt Angle, whatever,
Right. But he did such a great job with it. He
Right.
clearly took his time and you appreciate that.
Right.
This is great. Look at this.
What the hell?
Joseph James says, here's something a little different. A baseball field home plate signed by the guys from the Sandlot, as well as a replica pair of sunglasses signed by Wendy Peppercorn,
That's
the
wild.
lifeguard, looking to
rules.
get an awesome shadow box display for this set. Unbelievable.
That is awesome.
Unbelievable. A little story here, broski. Johnny Espinoza says, got my wife tickets to Disneyland and California Adventure for Christmas. She ended up getting food poisoning, and we left after 3 hours after she almost fainted in line for Indiana Jones. She felt so bad that $500 went down the drain. She emailed Disney asking if there's any way to get some sort of comp tickets. Well, after a month, they got back to us and gave us 2 park hopper tickets and 2 lightning lane passes.
Wow.
My wife was beyond stoked. He says, I'm more of a Brian when it comes to Disney stuff.
Lane.
But I
See,
do
guys?
what I got to do to make the wife happy.
50-50 that podcast was, I told you.
Big L from Brian. Big
Bunch of Cardonas running around here.
L. This is not a big story, but we've talked about this. We showed it on the podcast. Kyle
That's
Peterson
nuts.
got
Man.
it. He says Super 7 Thundercats Lair finally rocked one of the biggest play sets
It's like
of all time.
literally taking over his living room or whatever
Yes.
that is.
Almost a 2-year wait. So
That's huge. And I wish there was something from Mattel like that. Like the Nitro
Man.
stage would have been perfect.
yeah. But this thing doesn't look as cool from the front. When you look at the back, there's all these compartments and base things and all that. It's just a perfect toy.
Man.
It's really cool. All right. Just a quick low. Hey, look, I picked this to talk about Zombie today. As we're recording this Monday or earlier in the week, we put a full Zombie Sailor in the hot seat interview on our YouTube
45
and
minutes
our
of hard-hitting questions, guys.
Yes. He says, pop my ZST Cherry with Raven during the Black Friday sale. Unbelievable figure with a working zipper that even took my wife's skepticism away.
Nice.
All right.
Bro, I mean, look at that right there.
Yes.
Like, it's like a step above a Hasbro, but I still love. It's still my favorite form right now.
yeah.
Like I could see that in a NECA.
100%.
I'm sorry, in a Target
it's
or
a
Walmart next
love
to a NECA.
letter
Yes.
to WWF
Yes.
Hasbro. It's
I
not
love it.
trying to be the exact same thing.
All right, main event here. Lucas Kikuchio had a great time at the first ever Pro Wrestling Junkie show in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, home of FWF4. Fun show, and everyone worked their tail off. Like Deanna Macklin, Charles Mason, Trevor Lee, The Righteous, and WWE ID stars Marcus Mathers, Jackson Drake, and Zeta Seal. However, the highlight for me was finally getting Nick Gage to sign his figures.
Bro, I was about to say, I've never seen that Heels and Faces
I was gonna
two-pack.
say I've never
dual
seen it
sign.
completed, right?
Spoke to the promoter once. I saw Nick wasn't part of the meet and greet and offered him a fair amount for the numbers of items I had for myself and a few other major marks, about 13 items.
I'm sorry, I missed this. Where do you go? The local jail? Where did you get this done?
No, Ridgefield Park, where FWF was, bro.
Wow.
Nick
Which
agreed.
also, like, come on, Nick, you have so much merch now. Go out and sign.
Yeah, unbelievable. But he agreed and he signed everything perfectly for us. For myself, I finally was able to complete the Ringside collectible 2-packs and Zombie 2-packs with Matt. His solo Heels and Faces figure, as well as Garbage Pail Kids inspired print, already signed by Matt. To his credit, Nick has slimmed down tremendously since the last time I saw him and is
Dude,
in ring shape. I did see him.
Fuck Matt Cardona across the top of that 2-pack.
Bro, but you should see what I do to Nick Gage was. Like, I write criminal and I point to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I saw him at Beyond New Year's Eve. He's looking good.
Wow.
But, all right. That's it. That's it.
Wow. Up next is the Q&A. All right, guys, ask a question on X. Use the hashtag AskMajorPod. If we answer your question, we will send you a prize. The Q&A is my favorite part of the show. It's always my favorite part of the
We'll
show.
settle in.
It is a roller coaster ride some weeks.
Broski's second favorite part is Major Mark Purchase of the Week. All right.
No, I love when you guys talk about Star Wars toys. That's what I look forward to.
Hey, wait, Mark, did you watch Skeleton Crew?
Okay, I've been meaning to bring this up to you literally every time. I think to myself, how have I not talked to Broski about it? Now, I brought it up to you before. You're, I'm not going to watch that. It's not in the Mandoverse. And then I kept meaning to tell you, it is.
It is?
Yes, and it's one of the greatest Star Wars things I've ever seen.
Bro, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I watched
I heard
it.
it's like
Yes.
Goonies or Stranger Things meets
Dude,
Star Wars.
You're going to love it, man.
No, Mark, I saw it. I watched it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Not that I didn't like it, but I certainly did not fucking love it.
Huh.
Like, I watched it all, but I didn't love it one bit.
Wow. I look forward to it so much every week.
I love the little character, little blue guy.
Yeah, Neil.
I just didn't. I don't know. Maybe I need I don't know.
It was just so fun. It was just
It's different. It was fun. It was. I'll give you that. It was fun.
I mean,
I
you're not
watched-
getting lore tidbits or anything.
I liked it. I did not love it.
Damn, I loved it. I felt like
Brian,
it
we're
was,
back. We're back.
It was
Brian.
Star Wars.
We're back.
Okay. I can't even answer this question.
Okay.
So this is on you guys. Sarah and popvinyls.com at popvinyls. One of my favorite tidbits from listening to the podcast is how much y'all respect the Usos. Can you tell a story about how you met or how you came to respect them so much, or just a funny story about them?
Man, we've known the Usos for a long time. Brian longer than me because he was in FCW with them.
Yeah, and
Well, Brian has said multiple times on the podcast he thinks that they're the greatest tag team going.
they are.
I mean,
guess they're
that's
technically
there's
not
no
a tag
debating
team
that.
now, so.
Right.
Yes, it's funny. I met Jimmy first because they had some kind of discrepancy where Jay like failed his physical or something when they got hired. He had he had to get a knee surgery or something. So Jimmy came to FCW like I want to say at least 6 months before Jay did.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'd already like befriended him and had wrestled him and trained with him. And then his brother came. It was just so funny. Like, and then you're like starting all over. And then that's also why, like back in the day when no one knew who they were, like I had no problem knowing who they were because like, you know, it's two different people to me. I didn't meet them at the same time. It was very easy to differentiate them. And they're just like what you see is what you get. Like they have such chill demeanors, you know?
Yeah.
And they also like, it sounds so cliche, but they say about like some other wrestlers, like, the apple didn't fall far. Like they were like so good, so fast, picked up on things so fast. It was just like crazy. Like they're just so good and just so chill. So you stack those two aspects onto a wrestler, like you immediately become one of the boys, and they're off to the races.
So were they like very little training before they came in?
They trained with Booker for I want to say a year, and then FCW for barely a year, and called up, and they've been they've been the main roster since 2010. People are forgetting that. Like
that's where I meet them on the main roster. Yeah. They come up with Tamina, and then they're not really doing much. Like I don't think they ever win the tag belts as the original Usos. And like Brian said, I could tell them apart. Maybe because I was around them so often, and great guys, chill guys, awesome in the ring. But I'd call it like the Superstars crew. Like they were always on like the show before Raw or SmackDown, like with me. There's like one like legendary, we called it the Superstars of Superstars match. It was like a 10-man tag where it's like me, Primo, Regal, the Usos, it's like Kozlov, And then when they started painting their face, and then they started getting the cool entrance, and like when WWE finally started doing something with them, I think everyone was thinking who was, working behind the scenes or wrestling the company, like finally they're doing something with these guys.
Right. It's hard to get a break in WWE. It's like even harder as a tag team because like especially back then they just saw like less value in a tag team for whatever reason. That was always stigma, and it always felt kind of real. But yeah, my favorite memory about that though is I had wrestled them. Couldn't even tell you how many times between FCW and like Broski said the superstars type things, and then we were even on that like NXT when it wasn't even airing anywhere. It was just basically like an internet show. And then I had blew my knee out and come back right before I got let go the first time, and I worked them on something like that. And they had finally been like face paint Usos with the new song, and like they did that war dance, and they were like getting over. And one of them said to me before he went, he goes, I know we've wrestled a billion times, but wait do you see it? It's different now. And like, sure enough, they got that like that WWE superstar reaction that we all long for. I was like, that was cool, man. It's like cool to see a lot of hard work pay off.
And then when they turned heel and they dropped the face paint and they had like the new music and the new look. Too. I mean, then of course, then they get like this second wind and this whole new life. But when the bloodlines start, when Jimmy's out and Jay's rocking on his own, then Jimmy comes back, and now look at them. They're both megastars. I mean, they were just both in the top 10. Jimmy, is up there. Jay's number 1.
Right.
Yeah. Which is nuts.
They're just end of the day, they're very real. Like what you see is what you get. There's not really like neither one of them ever really plays a character. You know what I mean? They're
great guys to hang out with them on an overseas tour. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great guys to have a couple drinks with,
Funny. They're both funny.
You'll always see them at the LA Fitness working out on the road, like hard workers.
Right.
One of the boys, So I think they deserve all the success that they're getting right now.
All right, great. All right, Matt says, RI Collector Hasbro LJNRI. What 4-figure set of Mattel Retros could give them a boost of interest? I thought this question was great.
I took a long time to think about this. I was really racking my brain because they did the unreleased route, with like the Greg Valentine, the tugboat, and I thought that was going to be a lot bigger than it was. It didn't really move the needle, so to speak.
Right.
So I was thinking, like, what's next? Like, if they continue down the unreleased route, like, there's not many top guys they could do. Right? It's not like they can't do Men on a Mission, they can't do Bastion Booger unless they went and signed them. Like today, they couldn't do it. So I was racking my brain. What would maybe spark some interest? And then it hit me like title belts. What if they did a 4-pack where everyone came with a title belt?
Hogan's going to be the first one. He has that white winged eagle, right?
Right. So this is just, I want to hear your guys' opinion, and then we can fantasy book. This is what if I had the pencil and Mattel said, you can book the next 4-pack, this is what I'd do. I'd do all different eras. So, like, 'cause sometimes Mattel does it where it's like from the 80s, this would be a whole mishmash. The theme would be champions. Just kind of close your eyes and envision this. First, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, blue jeans, Austin 316's t-shirt with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, that was going to be my number
97.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot. Austin. Like, how many people made that Austin custom back in the day?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The
It's
jeans,
a continuation. Yeah,
Austin
for sure.
316's t-shirt. You just throw in that Intercontinental title. Okay.
Please.
Then
I'm
we
in.
have this. The Ric Flair, WWF Ric Flair is not the best. The wonky face, the Rick Rude body. Give us a WWF Ric Flair with the real World's Championship, the big gold. So you get another belt in there. You kind of use it for WCW, but it's big
Their
gold.
retro flair is great, but It's
I'm
an
saying a
80s
shorter hair.
it's an 80s flair. Yeah, you're right.
Shorter hair. Okay, then let's do this because I like how they did the Greg Valentine. You know, it didn't take away the value of the prototype. You give us, hear me out here, mail away Hogan in the all red with the winged eagle from WrestleMania 9.
Okay.
Okay, and then hear me out on this one.
You've really,
I thought about this way too much yesterday. Like, I should be doing other things. I'm thinking about fucking fantasy booking Mattel figures. Hear me out on this. Yokozuna with the correct color, red and black,
okay.
with the beard, comes with 2 tag team titles.
Wow.
So you have all the belts for that era, all top guys.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer this broski style because I didn't have 2 days to figure this out. But I will say, I think you're right. Like, and I would never normally give this advice for like a new toy company, but I feel like they've done so much that they're like their own thing now, where they can just do a Mr. Perfect, do a badass Brett when he was champion. Like, we know we have those already, but reimagine them and just, you know, whatever, you know, don't worry about that anymore.
I don't think there's many people who are like not getting a Brett. Oh, because I have a Brett. I don't think, you know what I'm saying?
And I think it's been 10 years they've been making these now. Like, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
just do whatever you want now, you know. Fill the gap.
My initial thought was tapping more into the Attitude Era. So the second series of these retros was all Attitude Era characters, and that was my favorite set, and it was awesome. It was Stone Cold, The Rock, Kane, Triple H, right? It was awesome. It was, I think there were 6 people in that one. But there really hasn't been much since from that era. So my first thought was, Stone Cold in the jeans with the T-shirt, and then I don't know, like a better Rock than what they had. Like
The Rock's pretty good.
the Rock
Attitude Era Taker would be
pretty
big.
great. Yeah, Attitude, like a different Taker of some sort. I don't know. That's one thought. My other thought was just the toppest of top guys. So Stone Cold in the shirt. Just pick a Rock. Pick the Rock from whatever, a very popular period. Cena. Let's get another Cena. There's so many. There's only one, right? We can have another.
Some
Cena.
of those original ones are so rare and long gone. Like, they could revisit them in like fun way. Even like Diesel. Like, Diesel's such
any
a
version
rare
of
old
Cena right
retro
now.
at this point.
Yes. And then like a Hogan or Ultimate Warrior or somebody, just 4 top ass guys in great looks.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more possibilities out there. And like Brian said, like, you know, we don't have a Mr. Perfect, a Bret Hart. There's guys they could read.
Rock or Shawn. They could just mess with everybody, man.
They
It's
could
cool.
read like a Rick Rude, like redo Rick Rude. Yeah. There's guys they could certainly
That's true.
redo. I don't think people will not buy it because they have the Hasbro.
Yeah.
You know, you do an earthquake in like maybe like the all like blue or something. But I think the schedule they've been doing is fine. We get a couple 4-packs a year.
I think that part is perfect. I don't think you can oversaturate it.
Yeah.
Or undersaturate it. I think it's just kind of that part. I think they have the market pretty correct.
I do think something exclusive would kickstart the line a little bit or give some juice, like if they did a mail away or like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and like just something fun.
Right, like more fun. Yeah, I agree.
Or something that's hard to get. Listen, we hate paying for exclusives. We hate tracking them down. But there's no denying it makes things fucking interesting and fun.
Yeah.
These retros, I'll get them.
Very accessible, yeah.
Give me something give me a chase. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want the girl you can just get. You want the girl you got to chase.
Oh, wow.
Give us a little chase. Give us a little, even if there was a variant or something.
Right.
You know, by design.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Brian's question, 80s wrestling fan. Wow, this guy's all over. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Which LJN figure other than Rick Rude is the most need of a redesign for Big Rubber Guys? So this is a very similar question, but now we're doing LJNs.
Well, no, because I mean, the Rick Rude is It's criminal.
It's criminal.
Hands on the hips. Can't do
Considering
shit.
that it was designed at a time when kids played with figures, adult collectors like not even a concept. So it's like insane, actually, that was even made.
Guys, we can't do. Are we answering this question like realistically or in
I
fantasy?
think might as well, right? What's the point of fantasizing? It would never end, right?
Yeah. Realistically, we don't have Rick Rude, so we can't do that. We talked before if Honky ever got
I would love
free,
a honky in tights,
a ring gear Honky,
and then
That'd be
not
nice.
blue faced and like even mine's in mint condition. I'm staring right now on the shelf, but he's like basically purple.
Yeah.
When it oxidizes or whatever, that would be fun. And then that could kind of be across the board for Bam Bam, DiBiase, just because of the way they were made.
That's fantasy booking right there.
I know. I'm just throwing it out there. So if that's the glaring issue with them, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Hacksaw was pretty perfect, but we made a good version, like a more like the way you remember Hacksaw, not such a mid
Right.
to late 80s Hacksaw. I'm looking. Who have we done here? I think we've done a good job tweaking the ones we've tweaked. Like the Bulldogs made them a little
Like
more
Harley.
jacked.
The difference in Harley, yeah.
Andre certainly with the one strap.
Obviously we're very biased, but yeah, Andre,
Yeah.
he's so tiny and knees scrunched down. He really is Andre the Giant in our collection.
And then if we had the fantasy book, like Ultimate Warrior, like that depiction of him is like almost like debut. He's not even
Right.
wearing fucking tassels on the boots.
Or
He's
even
not
like
jacked enough.
Hogan 1 is not jacked enough, but the other Hogan, the shirted Hogans, which are very rare and hard to come by, are pretty good.
Yeah.
But the regular one that everyone had doesn't nearly depict him in his like awesomeness that he could.
Yes. Or even like Macho Man. I love the LJ and Macho Man is my favorite figure of all time. I love the big rubber guy Macho Man. But what if we did like a Macho Man, from like the early 90s with the hat and the tassels, or even like a WrestleMania 3 era, but he's got like the cape and it's molded on in a way where it's a piece of the figure.
Right.
A lot more toyetic.
Cool.
What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, Mark. You and your Marvel Legends
Sorry,
chat.
I checked out. I'm texting about an ad for the podcast.
Thanks, man. Making money while you're making money.
Yeah.
Bret Hart, certainly someone that could get a redo.
Right, but that depicts him in what it is depicting, 87 Brett.
Right,
But
right.
I would love over ass Brett. Yeah.
Okay, here's one. And yeah, I spilled the beans that we got him when I did the Errol Hawani show. Hercules.
Oh, without it, not that he's like a megastar, but the LJN depiction of Hercules, I cannot. Didn't we have a hard time even finding a photo of it?
I think he wears it at like WrestleMania, one of the WrestleManias.
It's like a split second or something. It's crazy. Yeah.
I think a Brutus, if he ever got free.
Yeah, Brutus is so mid 80s, not late
Yeah.
80s when he was over.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's a good question.
Cool.
Let us know in the comments. All right, guys. Up next, some good housekeeping.
Good housekeeping.
Guys, youtube.com/@MajorWFPod. Like we said, we keep plugging it. Zombie Sailor interview, must listen interview. You love him, you hate
Hot
him,
seat.
whatever.
Are you a zombie hater? A zombie lover?
Check it out.
Listen.
On YouTube. Brian, he did last week an insane tour of Dallas Vintage Toys. I cannot wait to see it. I'm so boned up to see it. So check
My
that
man
out.
Herm,
on the YouTube
bro.
channel.
Professional camera, professional microphone.
Yes.
I will say we are working with an ad for that one, and I think it is going to be a little delayed on when we put it up publicly. But now that I sort of just got that information, I think we'll probably put it up for Patreon first, no ad, so you guys can get a big couple of weeks sneak peek before we actually put it up live. So,
of course, we did the history of Galoobs, and D is working on a more condensed version. I don't know where we stand on that one, but that's going to be a more snackable version because the one we put up is like 2 hours.
Yep.
So I think we're looking to put up like a 20, 30-minute one coming soon. So keep checking us out on YouTube. ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWFPod. Get your Major Pod merch or Major Garage Beer merch. And next month, we're doing a bonus.
I love it.
We're gonna kind of cover all the shirts, like and just pop them all on the screen. I hope you get a lot of sales based on that.
Like a roast, if anything. But
there's gonna be some shirts where all three of us like, what? We made that?
I mean,
Yeah, what
100%
is
gonna
that?
happen.
What's the joke here?
Wild stuff. Collect Major, get your big rubber guys, get your major bennies on collectmajor.com. Whatnot, every Monday, Brian and I are selling ring gear, figures, autographs, a lot of cool stuff on Whatnot. Major Rewind every 2 weeks. Jay George, he goes back in time, trip down memory lane. 6 years of this podcast, guys. Pretty crazy.
Man.
So he does a great job on that show. And then every other week, also, it's the Major Rewind from the Vault that we unlock, the Patreon Vault. What's on the Vault this week?
Well, last week we finally finished the 4-show Ruthless Aggression Fig Fed that really kind of launched the FWF.
What a moment in time.
We did a draft and then 4 shows for the Ruthless Aggression Fig Fed, and then quickly, a couple months later, launched the official first season of FWF. So this was like the prequel. It's pretty interesting, and we put you guys for some reason decided SummerSlam was the blow off. So you guys built,
never want to do FWF again, or I miss it. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Remember just being in like the airport, just daydreaming about my roster and what I could do. Like, think how demented that is, or like being somewhere with my family, just thinking like, man, he could. That's like,
I used to bring it up to people. They'd be like,
sick.
shut up.
I would be at the gym. All my workouts would be thinking of spots, storylines.
So
I had the FW playlist on.
think about how demented that is, guys.
Wild time, dude. Wild time. Plugs this week, Friday and Saturday, myself and Collect Major will be at WrestleCon.
How much is the Connect combo?
I don't know about the Connect combo. I wonder if Connect's going to bring some of his bendies there. A little.
He always does.
Oh God,
He always does. He's an entrepreneur, guys.
I will be there. I'm not even sure if my table is next to Connect's. It's 2 separate tables. So
Why?
What do you mean why?
I thought it's.
Broski needs a full table.
I thought it was from the company.
No. I bought my own table.
Oh, I thought it was just all Big Rubber Guy presents.
No. No, I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
Not sure. Maybe I don't even know. But so come meet me. Come get your Big Rubber Guys. We're probably gonna have some of those, like I said, those Road Warriors that were sold out, and of course the Dusty Rhodes, 1 of 800,
baby.
the American Dream, if you will, and the Yellow Boots, Dusty.
Finally, after all these years of Cody Lyon, we have
That's
Yellow
right.
Boots Dusty.
We finally got it, baby. Get it at WrestleCon. You guys doing anything?
I'm off. I promised Mackenzie that I'd watch the Rumble with her. It's her favorite event of the year, so I'm off. Just living that civilian life, and I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I'm also off, but I was earlier in the week at AW in Huntsville, Alabama. But and that's the taped Collision that's on Saturday.
Collision. All right, guys.
That's it.
We're out of time. Drink your Ovaltine and your Major Garage Beer.
I was gonna say, gotta be garage beer, right?
Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring
Oh, baby.
and you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with the Captain's Log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.